Mining in South Carolina, from the colonial era to the present. During the next few minutes, you'll be exposed to an overview of commercial mining in South Carolina. Learn a few historic facts about mining in our state. Become familiar with the commodities presently mined. Review the products made from these commodities. And finally, learn that mining companies reclaim mined lands to useful purposes. Let's start our discovery with a bit of South Carolina mining history. Since commercial mining began in South Carolina in the late 1700s, there have been 31 commodities mined. 18 of these commodities are no longer mined. The earliest recorded commercial mining took place near Winnsboro about 1780, where granite was quarried for the construction of the Great Falls Dam. The next successfully mined minerals were limestone and phosphate, used for agricultural purposes on early plantations. Although there have been 7 metallic minerals mined sporadically in our state between 1780 and 1942, 3 events sparked an increase in its production. The development of the iron horse greatly stimulated the mining of iron. The Civil War assured that the mining continued and multiplied the mining of lead for use as ammunition. Silver was produced as a byproduct of the smelting of lead. The most exciting period during the history of mining in South Carolina was from 1820 to 1850, the heyday of the South Carolina Gold Rush. At one time during this period, there were over 300 active gold mines in South Carolina, some employing over 100 persons. Since the end of World War II, no commercial mining of metallic minerals has continued, with the exception of the revival of gold mines in the state. Having glanced at our mining past, let's look at mining in South Carolina today. Of the 31 commodities that have been mined in our state, only 13 are being commercially mined at this time. When most people think of mining, they think of the underground method practiced in many coal mining operations. There are no underground mines in operation in South Carolina, only surface mines. Keep in mind as we look at the 13 commodities mined currently in South Carolina, how these commodities are extracted from the earth and what products are made from them. The first 3 commodities that we'll discuss are used in the manufacturing of brick. These are common clay, shale, and manganese. This view shows a typical clay mine. The greatest percentage of clay is used in the manufacturing of brick. Its second most common use is in manufacturing tile. It is also used as a major ingredient in making Portland cement. This is shale. Approximately 70% of each brick is shale. Shale adds stability to the brick when it is fired and also aids in drying. Shale comes from a mine such as this. The antique appearance of some brick is enhanced by using manganese, as you see here in the clay body. Manganese also adds body and dimensional stability to the brick. Fuller's earth is one of our most interesting mined commodities. A clay with great absorbent capacity, Fuller's earth is used as an absorbent for oils, water, and other substances and is most commonly seen in industrial settings, or bagged as kitty litter. As mentioned earlier, gold fills one of the most exciting chapters of South Carolina mining history. A symbol of power and wealth, gold is the only truly universal currency. First discovered in the Carolinas over 150 years ago, starting the nation's first gold rush, South Carolina's first gold was mined and shipped from Kershaw County's Hale Mine in 1829. During the same period, gold was discovered in Chesterfield and McCormick counties. In the late 1970s, the price of gold skyrocketed. This price increase, coupled with new mining and processing techniques, revitalized South Carolina's gold mining industry. Typically in South Carolina, 20 to 30 tons of rock must be processed to extract 1 ounce of gold. Granite can be classified into 2 categories: crushed stone and dimension stone. The stone you see at this quarry must be run through a crusher such as this and sized before it is sold. Crushed granite is used as an aggregate for ready-mixed concrete, Portland cement, and asphalt, as well as a base stone for highways, and riprap to prevent erosion. Granite is also used for dimension stone. Many South Carolina buildings are constructed using granite. The stone used on the South Carolina State Capitol building was quarried only a few miles away from its construction site. Another large user of dimension granite is the monument industry. Gravel can be distinguished from crushed stone in that gravel has rounded edges from years of water flow. Therefore, it is found in streams and floodplains. Gravel is primarily used as an aggregate in concrete and asphalt. It is also used as a decorative aggregate in walkways and construction panels. The gravel you see here will be used as a decorative mulch. Kaolin is a white clay material that has a wide variety of uses. The kaolin you see being mined here is used extensively as a filler in rubber, paints, and plastics. It is also essential in coating paper so that quality printing such as this is possible. A large bulk kaolin is blended with reddish clays commonly used in brick making to produce a softly colored beige or white brick. The limestone industry in South Carolina can be divided into several dimensions. Let's look at 3 of them: coquina, high calcium limestone, and dolomitic limestone. Coquina, as you see here, is made when marine life settles on a limy ocean floor. The shells become an aggregate for a type of natural concrete. Some of these fossils are millions of years old. The coquina mined here will probably be used as base stone for a highway or as an aggregate for concrete. A great portion of the high calcium limestone produced in South Carolina is used in the cement industry. The strides made in the technology of cement making show themselves all over our state, in buildings, bridges, and all sorts of other cement and concrete products, such as this concrete pipe. Dolomitic limestone you see in this mine is the highest quality agricultural lime produced in the state. After being crushed, this dolomitic limestone can control the acidity of the soil and also provide the essential mineral magnesium. The availability of dolomitic limestone makes it possible for South Carolina farmers to grow bountiful crops. The peat you see here provides one of the finest soil conditioners available. Its moisture and nutrient-retaining capacity make it ideal for use in landscaping. It is also mixed with vermiculite, sand, and sometimes other materials to make the potting mixture used to grow the many nursery and landscape products. There are more sand mines in South Carolina than any other type of mine. Our state's sand has a multitude of uses. The mortar used to hold these bricks together is mostly sand. Sand is also used in asphalt to pave roads, parking areas, and other paving projects. Sand is a major ingredient in glass. It also has limited use in sandblasting and filtering purposes. Cerussite is a finely defined mica and is used as a paint filler and extender. High-grade cerussite is used in electrical components. It competes with kaolin and fuller's earth in several applications. Vermiculite is a mica. It is composed of many sheets of very thin glass-like material. When heated, the moisture between the sheets turns to steam, and the mica expands to 30 times its original volume. The vermiculite you see being loaded here could be used as loose-fill insulation for homes, used with gypsum to make wallboards that are dimensionally stable and fire retardant, or used in potting soil mix. One of vermiculite's most interesting uses is as an aggregate in the manufacture of lightweight concrete. This concrete will support almost the same weight as regular concrete, but weighs much less. This property gives the lightweight concrete many architectural advantages. You have just viewed several different types of working mines in South Carolina. Have you ever thought, what happens to the mine site when mining is completed? On July 1, 1974, the South Carolina Mining Act became effective. Mining company representatives from all over South Carolina spent months working with the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control's Bureau of Land and Waste Management and the South Carolina Mining Council to ensure that mined lands were reclaimed for useful purposes. Reclamation can take several directions. Many mine sites are reclaimed as forests. Ponds and lakes also make beautiful reclamation projects. This recreation area in Aiken County was once a kaolin mine. This pond was once a sand mine. And this area was once a gold mine. Throughout history, the mining industry has helped South Carolina grow and prosper. This valuable industry provides thousands of jobs for South Carolinians, produces hundreds of millions of dollars worth of products to be used in our state, other states, and other countries, and purchases millions of dollars worth of equipment, supplies, and other material from South Carolina companies each year. 45 of South Carolina's 46 counties are active in mining, helping to spread economic benefits throughout the state. The mining industry in South Carolina has over a $5 billion impact annually on our state's economy. Miners pride themselves on being good neighbors. They're consistently making positive efforts to improve the quality of life and the economic well-being of local communities and our state.